Okay guys, so we are picking up where we left off in the last video. I'm going to put that video in the link on our newborn nighttime routine on things that we do. So this is after I've read him his story. I am breastfeeding him. I try to make sure I breastfeed him on both sides, that he get nice and full before bedtime, and I make sure I burp him. What I do when I'm putting him down to sleep, I don't wait till he's totally asleep before I put him down. Once he's burped and I realize that he is sleepy and tired, I lay him down in the crib, and even if he's still awake, I know that this is time for his bed, and he knows as well because we've developed a routine. And even though he fusses a little bit, I'll just leave him there and he ultimately fall asleep. But he is such a good baby, really really good with just going right to sleep, no troubles. As you can see him right there turning his head, but then he lays right down and he's out. All right. I do make the room dark when I'm breastfeeding him. I only had it kind of lit. That was the hallway light, so you guys can see into the room. Once he's asleep, I turn on the humidifier and I have that going, and I put some chamomile oil in there. I only turn it on if the humidity is greater than 50%. Then I make sure his caddy is stacked for overnight in case we do not make it back down the stairs, and I keep that underneath his bassinet. Alright, so this is our first wake up. It is about 5 hours later, which is great. As you can see, he is moving. So once I get him out of the crib, I change him. This is the first thing I do. This way he can get a little bit uncomfortable, for me to give him his feeding, and wake up just a little bit, because I don't want to just take him out and then feed him first. Plus, this way his diaper is nice and clean when I give him that feed. And once he's done, I can just burp him and put him back to bed. Sometimes he does get a little agitated because he's like super hungry, while I'm changing him. So I try my best to go as fast as possible, but I am telling you, sometimes I am half asleep and I'm just going through the motion just to make sure I get it, get all the poop. He tends to not poop as much in the night, which is great. I'm telling you, the first couple of weeks I was getting exploded on, but now he pretty much just a little toot, I would say, in the nighttime, and he poops in the morning, like about three diaper he'll soil in the morning time. But as you can see right here, I'm trying to hush him because he is just not having it, as I'm changing the diaper and trying to get him back into his sleeper and get him his milk. Once he's all nice and clean, I feed him, and I try to make sure I do both breasts. I'm showing you guys this timer app in here that you can time the length of time you do for feed. It tells you what breast side diaper changes. If you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'm gonna just pull up back the app for you guys and show you and give you guys a quick walkthrough so you can see how it looks. And you can use this, so if you're a new mom and you want to track it, or you're OCD anal and you want to track it, this is a great app for you. So again, so once I feed him on one side and I try to do the other side, sometimes he just doesn't take it because he already fell asleep. And while I'm on the second side, I just rock him back to sleep. I make sure he burps before I put him down, and put him back to sleep. So our room is upstairs, and I can track him on the baby cam. I'm using a Nanit, and it also tells you the temperature of the room inside and the humidity. You could play music. I'll do a review on that so you guys can see. So here we go. This is round 2, and as you can see that his sleep time is not as long as the first time. This one's about 3.5 hours that I got out of him. Same routine: change him first, feed him, burp him, and put him back to bed. Alright guys, I do want to mention to you guys that don't let the baby fall asleep or you fall asleep and him using your breast as a fast pacifier. Try your best to stay up while you're nursing him and get him right back, or her, right back into the bed. So this is actually also perfect timing. If I start exercising again, I probably wouldn't go back to sleep when I put him down at that 4:47, because I'm gonna try to do my exercise around 5:30 in the morning, because he's usually asleep at that time. But as of right now, I do not know, because honestly, I'm physically exhausted. Right here, it's about 7:15 in the morning, and I feel tired from getting up all the time. And I want to say that I go to bed when he does, but honestly, it doesn't happen that way. Usually when I put him down at the 8:30 in the evening time, I try to get a final pump, because I started pumping more frequently, and right now I'm just pumping maybe once or twice a day, so Oliver can get a feeding in on the weekends, because right now I'm the one doing all the nursing in the daytime while he's now back at work. And we didn't start pumping until he was a month old, so he get used to the breast. But now I want him to also get used to someone feeding him, so I just started pumping enough so Oliver can do some pumping. Some, not pumping, some feeding. I wish he could pump. But some feedings in the daytime when he's here on the weekends, or even in overnight on the weekend. The only thing with the weekend, him getting up at night to feed, is that you run the risk of, one, I'm a light sleeper, I would wake up anyway, or two, that my breast will feel engorged in the nighttime. So here we are upstairs now, because I'm tired, and I usually just bring him up in the morning time with me. He's not awake right now. He usually gets up like around 10, I would say, like up at 10. As you can see, Oliver is still over there passed out. He sleeps so heavy. I wish I could sleep like he does. So once I've nursed Kaleb on one breast and I switch the other side, I start the pumping right here, so I can get it done and go back to sleep as well. And then I'll do the dual pumping for about 20-30 minutes to get as much milk as I can. And after I do this pumping, I go to sleep, and from there we continue our day. I'll follow up with another video for you guys on that one. Okay, hey guys, so this is the app that I initially started using when we were in the hospital, and it's called Feed Baby. It has so many features that you can scroll through. I just want to give you guys a look so you can see how it looks before you download. So you can log your feeding. It times the feeding for you. Right there you get to choose what breast you're using, so if you're using the left side or the right side, so this way you can remember what side you use, so to switch. It also, if you're doing bottle, it allows you to choose bottle. All right, and then now this is a diaper part. You can track your diaper changes, so whether it's a pee diaper, whether it is a poop diaper, or whether you just change a dry diaper or a combination of both pee and poop, you can click on it right there that you see, whichever icon reflects that, and it automatically tells you the time that you just tap it. You can also track the baby's sleeping pattern, so how long he or she has slept. It times it for you, and this is a great thing. So notice that I initially had pushed the feed timing at the beginning, and now I go to the sleep timing. It tracks it automatically, and it doesn't stop the timer for you guys. So you can click on feed, or you could click on diaper change, and the timer is still going, so you don't have to worry about keeping it on that screen. There's a lot more features, guys. Some of it you have to pay for, but you can put your pumping, you can put the growth chart, any medication the baby's on, vaccinations, so much more. Again, some of it is only available if you lock the premium, but the feeding, the diaper change, and the sleep pattern, that's all based in the app, so those parts are free. I don't use it for the feeding or the sleep tracking anymore because we have the nanocam, and because I'm doing all of that in his room, the nanocam keeps insights of his sleep pattern, and I can always go back and look on the camera to see how long the feed time was as well.